The Subcommittee on Modernization will come to order. I note that a quorum is present. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. As a member who sits on 4 different committees, I am particularly excited for the work of this subcommittee. Not only do we have the opportunity to make operations more efficient so we can better utilize the time we have when we are here in DC, but also back in our districts. I am also excited to have a fresh hearing format compared to other committees. And this will include several components. First, by keeping with the tradition of the Select Committee from the last Congress, we will, as you can see, be utilizing a roundtable style setup as we have it today. And second, we will have staggered seating in order not to be divided by party. This is because modernization should not be partisan. Our goal is to make the House work better for every member, staffer, and the American people. That starts with making sure this subcommittee is more of a conversation where new ideas are welcome. That extends to the discussion with our witnesses as well. And to that end, the resolution before us today adopts more flexible rules for our subcommittee hearings, following the model of the Select Committee, to encourage discussion and a more open exchange of ideas. Specifically, we will utilize extended questioning to give members and our witnesses more of an opportunity to thoughtfully engage. After all, a good conversation gets you thinking, and I want to make sure we have the flexibility to go back and forth and really talk through some of the issues before us. Moving forward, I believe that utilizing this alternative format will lead to better dialogue, increased engagement, and tangible results. However, it will only be successful if each of us is committed to engaging in the process. I look forward to working together to make the People's House more effective and efficient for the American people. I want to say a huge thank you to the CAO for helping create this roundtable format. I know in this particular room it was not easy, so thank you to your team for organizing this format for us today. I now recognize the ranking member, Mr. Kilmer, for 5 minutes for the purpose of offering an opening statement.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Really excited to be serving with all of you on this subcommittee. Really grateful that the work of the Select Committee on Modernization of Congress continues. Thank you to Ranking Member Morelli for inviting me to participate in this. I also want to express my gratitude to Chairwoman Bice and to Chairman Stile for continuing the traditions that were established by the Select Committee on Modernization. The idea of actually sitting around a round table and actually having conversation with each other and with our witnesses rather than 5-minute speechifying, I think is actually really refreshing. I wish we did that more in this place. And actually allowing members to jump in and actually pull a thread on a conversation rather than, again, having it be something that you're trying to throw up on Facebook or on Twitter, but not necessarily to have a conversation. I think this subcommittee will benefit from that. Listen, the Modernization Committee that existed in the last 2 Congresses was dedicated to a pretty simple proposition, and that is make Congress work better for the American people. And in that regard, we passed 202 recommendations. 132 of them have seen some progress. 45 have been fully implemented. 87 have been partially implemented. I know we're going to hear from one of the folks who've been responsible for the progress that we've made today, the Chief Administrative Officer. Thank you to you for appearing today and for the work that you and your team have done to help us move forward on some of these priorities. There's a lot that has already happened over the last few years as a consequence of the CAO's leadership and partnership. There's still a lot of work that we have to do as well. The Select Committee held more hearings on one topic than on anything else, and that was staff capacity, because this institution and its ability to actually accomplish anything really depends on staff. And so the CAO's work to create the House Human Resource Hub to expand the Staff Academy through the CAO Coach Program, to form the House Digital Service, to improve staff benefits. All of this goes a long way to helping this institution attract and retain diverse talent, and that helps us get things done for the American people. So thank you for that. I also just want to recognize and thank the CAO for your work to reform the onboarding process and providing additional continuing education opportunities for members so that we can get better at our jobs too. I know you're probably going to get asked about the scheduling tool, since I had to bail on some constituents who were testifying in another committee to be here. So this is one of our challenges in this place. And some of the recommendations focused on helping us engage with our constituents better too. So a lot's been accomplished, a lot remains, and I think that's why this subcommittee's existence is exciting, and I thank the chairwoman for her leadership and partnership, and excited about the adventure ahead. And with that, I yield back.
Thank you, Ranking Member Kilmer, and members of the subcommittee for meeting today to adopt Subcommittee Resolution 11801. This resolution has been distributed to members in advance, and it adopts a more flexible rule for the Subcommittee on Modernization to encourage discussion and the open exchange of ideas. Without objection, the resolution is considered as read and opened for amendment at any time. Does any member wish to be recognized to discuss the resolution? Are there any amendments? Seeing none, I move that Committee Resolution 11801 be adopted. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. This concludes the order of business for today's meeting, and the subcommittee stands adjourned for the working portion. All right. Now the Subcommittee for Modernization will come to order. I note that a quorum is present. Without objection, the chair may declare a recess at any time. The meeting record will remain open for 5 legislative days, so members may submit any materials they wish to be included therein. Again,